shot, which was the last shot that hit President Kennedy. But
I
heard only 2 shots. I did not hear the shot that hit me.
Did your wife hear all 3 shots?
Very clearly. She heard 3 shots very clearly. This conference has been arranged solely as a result of the widespread request of newsmen. And I want to take just a moment to reiterate and to clarify once again the events of that day, November the 22nd, 1963. Let me point out that the information that I'm about to give you is not new. It's precisely the information I recalled and related in a television interview from a hospital bed in Dallas on November the 27th, 1963, just a few days following the assassination. It's precisely the way I related it to the Warren Commission in my testimony before that body. It's also precisely the way it has been recalled by me in interviews since that time. I am convinced beyond any doubt that I was not struck by the first bullet. I know that I heard the first shot, that I turned to my right to see what was happening. Seeing nothing, I was in the process of turning to my left, and I was struck by a second shot. The third shot struck the president, but did not strike me. Now, as I said earlier, this testimony was presented to the Warren Commission. They chose to disagree with my interpretation and my memory of what had occurred, and this is their privilege. But I maintain my original view and always shall. I want to make it very clear, however, that simply because I disagree with the Warren Commission on this one detail does not mean that I disagree with the substance of their overall findings.
Are you satisfied beyond any shadow of a doubt that there was one and only one assassin?
I have no reason to question it whatsoever. I'm satisfied beyond any doubt that there was only one. I think the Commission did an outstanding job under very difficult circumstances. Men whose dedication to the task of seeking truth in these circumstances I would never question, and men whose patriotism has been manifested so many times in so many ways over such a long period of time that it is shocking to me that in the backlash of tragedy, journalistic scavengers such as Mark Lane attempt to impugn the motives of these members individually, cast doubts upon the Commission as a whole, and question the credibility of the government itself. We should turn our attention to doing a little research on and evaluation of the credentials of these self-appointed experts who, with no evidence, no new facts, nevertheless use distortion, inference, innuendo in order to cast doubts and create confusion. And I suspect that a searching investigation into their own credentials will divulge that their motives have political overtones and that their views have been given prominence out of all proportion to their value. Now, I think it's time that we pause and reflect on who these individuals are, rather than calling for a further investigation of the assassination, which in my judgment is neither warranted, justified, or desirable. Left leg, which was fairly deeply embedded, and they didn't attempt to probe to get it out because they thought it would be of no harm to me, whatever, caused me no discomfort. It's been worse to try to dig it out. That's my memory of 3 years ago, and I frankly haven't even asked them since. No one, no matter how clairvoyant or how wise, could ever say with finality that would satisfy everybody in this world precisely what happened. And I think we ought to quit trying to attempt to do so, because I think it's an impossible task. And I don't care what kind of a body you constituted. I think you'd have a problem of them taking uncertain things, of them making interpretations and evaluations of their own and forming a conclusion which might or might not agree with the Warren Commission, and then where would you be? You'd just have somebody else's opinion. Precise 1/18th of a second in which I was hit. Now, by the same token, I don't think the Commission can do so, nor do I think anyone else can do so.